guys, Rob Furlong from Cadex Defense. We got here a Kraken. This is our multi-cal offering. For any of you guys who may have not heard about Cadex Defense, we're located in St. Richelieu, Canada, in Quebec. So I want to run you guys through how we put together our multi-cal system. So we're offering about 11 different offerings in calibers, short action, long action. The thing about multi-cal system is we want to have an offering for consumers where they can take advantage of training on a short action caliber like a 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor, and then also have the same platform for use for ELR. So right now we're set up in a short action caliber, a 308. I'm going to run you through a quick barrel change, and then I'll extend it to show you guys how to do a long action. So if we're strictly just doing a short action to short action like a 308 to a 6.5, really it's just a barrel change. So we have our tools that come with the system if you want. This is our torque tool. Basically it's going into the action much like your bolt would. When you feed this in through the action, what's happening is the face of the barrel is machined out so that the locking lugs are inserted. This is going to allow us to be able to torque the barrel, and will stabilize the tools too as well, so there's no torque and tension on the action itself. So when you're feeding it through, you'll see how the rear of the torque tool turns. I'm spinning that head on that torque tool, work my way through the action, and then line it up with the face of the barrel too as well. Once I do that, you're going to get a real positive click. Locks into place. So this tool here, we designed this to support the torque tool itself, so it doesn't put any stress on the action. So you got two settings you're going to put your tool in. There's a low setting here for decocking the barrel. There's also a safety built in, if you can see right here where it's machined out. I'm not going to hit my scope no matter how hard I lift up on this. So even if I come all the way up, I can't go any further. Yeah. So I know it's been a question we've had in the past. Are you going to damage the scope? Well, you really can't. It can't go. All you need to do is pull out the torque tool. I'm removing those claws from the face of the barrel just to disengage. So I can now spin the barrel. If you look through these ports here, you'll see where the barrel was spin off from the action. So when you do that, it comes with a little thread cap protector. I recommend putting that on when you do, just in case it rolls off the table or anything. You could use the ports here just to make sure you're going to line up. The thread is so coarse that your chance of having a cross thread is pretty low. All we're doing now is we're just going to re-engage the torque tool onto the face of that barrel. Locking that in place. Now, if you can see here on the torque bar, we got a lever and a white indicator. When I'm going to torque this down, I'm going to torque the lever down right to the edge of that white hash mark on your torque tool. That's going to be 100 foot-pounds of torque. Okay. If you do this consistently every single time, we can torque it down so that your shift from your point of aim, just putting the barrel on, taking it off and putting it back on, you'll have maybe a centimeter of shift, so 0.1 mils. So we put it into the high position here. This is extremely easy to do because all the weight is on the lower bar. All I'm doing is I'm pushing this down right until this tab lines up with the hash mark, and I'll just hold it usually for a couple of seconds. Lower it, that's it. That's 100 foot-pounds of torque. Remove my tools. Then you're going to make sure you have the right bolt. So every caliber will come with its own bolt face. If we just did a 308 to a 6.5, obviously the bolt in the magazine stays the same. So what I'll walk through now is we'll do a whole caliber change from short action to long action. Okay, so right now we have our short action barrel on. This is a short action barrel or a bolt. But if we just went to, say, 338 Lapua, I'm going to show you guys how we do our magazine sleeve change out. So right on the top of the tool, there's just an Allen key that's machined. It's just a single screw. So you remove the magazine floor plate. What's also cool, it gives you a full access to your trigger and so forth. Cleaning this thing is so easy. For anybody who's probably been in the military and cleaned a lot of guns and stuff, cleaning on this thing is so simple. So these come in an assortment of offerings depending on the caliber that you're using. So right now we got a long action. So if we're changing from a 308 magazine, all we have to do is change the magazine sleeve, insert this in, lock it into place. And then that's it.
Now, question for you then.
Yeah.
So if you buy it in one caliber, do you buy a caliber conversion kit that has the whole kit?
Yeah, so you can buy the gun just as it sits right now. So this would be set up in a 308 offering. So when you buy the gun, it'll come with one magazine, no tools, no other calibers.
Right.
It's just flat. That's your initial purchase. Then there's accessories that you could buy, extra magazines, the magazine sleeves. When you buy a caliber that has a different bolt face, different magazine, you obviously have to purchase that setup. You
so
buy
it's individual parts you're selling?
Yeah, you buy the tools as a kit too as well. So yeah, I guess it just depends on what action what caliber you want to go with.
Well, that looks like a great system.
And everything is made in-house. The only thing that we don't make here is the barrel. We machine the barrel and the profile, but the blanks are purchased from Bartline Barrel in the United States. Everything else you see here, with the exception of the scope, we make in-house. The scope mounts, the chassis, bipods, muzzle brake, everything is done on CNC in our factory.